Sam, a few years ago, Bristol Myers Squibb embarked on an excellence in marketing project. And this involved introducing a new marketing system, a skills and talent system, and also an attempt to change the culture of Bristol Myers Squibb as regards marketing. How successful would you say you've been in changing the culture in an industry which, after all, is very highly regulated?
It's a very, very good question. And of all the levers that one has, culture is the most amorphous and the most difficult to change directly. I think our experience has been that by putting a premium and a focus on innovation and making that important not just in the scientific space, but in the commercial and marketing space, because after all, pharmaceutical companies highly value innovation. We just needed to make it important that that innovation spread to the commercial or marketing side of the company. That was a very, very powerful lever that we had. I think also the kinds of individuals that you put into roles has a tremendous impact on the organization, sends very powerful signals about what you value and where you want the culture to go. And by putting senior leaders in positions to move that culture, to shape it, to make it much more entrepreneurial, I think that has had, together with the incentive and the overall framework of innovation, a very, very positive impact on the culture.
Many of the people watching this video will be students who are about to enter or to re-enter the job market. Can you say something about the talent system, the new talent system at Bristol Myers Squibb as it relates to, say, a graduating MBA interested in a career in marketing?
Yeah, I think it's daunting for a graduating MBA, as it is for someone inside a company already, to understand exactly what the expectations are. What does a career path look like? What are the principles about how someone should think about evolving, developing, directing their career path? And what we tried to do was, number one, to identify a set of basic competencies that we felt all marketers needed to have. Those varied by the level or seniority of the marketer in terms of how you acquired them. And then to be very specific by essentially creating roadmaps for people. If you had certain aspirations for different types of roles, we mapped out for individuals what that career path might look like, what options one had, what capabilities or skills one needed to gain at various levels of the marketing organization, and in a sense just tried to make transparent what was a system of beliefs or somewhat mysterious career paths that existed, but no one really had put them down on paper. This was a way of putting that in front of everyone and allowing MBAs, or for that matter, individuals at much more senior levels within the company, to understand how they should be thinking about managing their careers.
Sam, before the Marketing Excellence Project, I think it would probably be fair to say that the marketing planning system at Bristol Myers was sort of somewhat ad hoc. As a result of this initiative, what would you say the market planning system now has transformed into?
So one of the things that we tried to do was to anchor marketing excellence, which is what we called our overall initiative, in the core processes that exist at Bristol Myers Squibb and in any other company. And that was really around the brand planning or marketing planning process on the one hand and our talent management system on the other hand. So we looked at that system, at the brand planning, as the opportunity for us to create a uniform approach to how we wanted marketers around the world across all different therapeutic areas to think about their plans, to think about their customers, the kinds of choices that they needed to make systematically and consistency, the kinds of questions they needed to ask and answer, the kinds of activities they needed to do, and how one assembled all of those different blocks into an integrated plan. And essentially it created almost a universal language of marketing for us within the company, so that as people went from brand to brand, therapeutic area to therapeutic area, or frankly from country to country around the world, we all spoke the same marketing language, we all used the same system, and I think that has brought great power to the way that we market as a company, not just within certain pockets of the company.
For many years, Bristol Myers Squibb has been a major multinational company. As a result of the Marketing Excellence Initiative, has it transformed into more of what we would call a global company?
You know, we very specifically, when we created the vision for marketing excellence, in the vision statement, it begins by saying we want to become a worldwide expert in marketing. And we deliberately chose the worldwide language because we didn't want to create a tiered system of marketing capability around the world. We believe that it is critically important from a strategic perspective to build global brands. Our customers are global, the healthcare system is global, and therefore the marketing capability that we have needed to be global. And in that sense, we very much have driven in terms of the design and also the implementation and embedding of marketing excellence. We've driven it to be a global platform and system for how we market.